Hello, my name is Nathan Taylor, otherwise known as Sockmatician, and this is a video tutorial to accompany the Sockmatician's Double Knitted Brioche ebook. This particular video looks at how to work tubular increases in inverted double knitted brioche. These are pretty much interchangeable with any other type of floating increase, the yarn overs or the picked up increases. They do look slightly different and they are worked very differently, but they serve the same function, creating decorative lacy holes. This one probably has the most pronounced hole, so if you're looking for that as your reason for using a particular type of increase, this is probably the one to go for. And here is how it's done. Bear with me, go with me. It feels like a lot of just wrapping yarns randomly around the needles without doing very much, but I promise you it does all work out exactly as it should in the end. I'm working in inverted double knitted brioche already, so both of my yarns should be lying over the top of the right needle at the back of the work. If they're not, make sure they are to begin with. So I'm going to bring my knit coloured yarn to the front of the work, coming over the top of the right needle, and take it to the back of the work, going between the two needles, a reverse yarn over. I bring my pearl coloured yarn to the front, coming between the two needles, and I take it to the back, going over the top of the right needle. That's a standard yarn over. I bring my knit coloured yarn to the front of the work, coming between the two needles, and I take it to the back, going over the top of the right needle. That's another standard yarn over. And I bring my pearl coloured yarn to the front of the work, coming between the two needles, and I take it to the back of the work, going over the top of the right needle, another standard yarn over. This time I bring my knit coloured yarn to the front of the work, coming between the two needles, and take it to the back of the work, going over the top of the right needle, another yarn over. And then I bring my pearl coloured yarn to the front of the work, coming over the top of the right needle, and then I take it to the back of the work, going between the two needles. That has cast on 2 pairs of stitches with their little twisted wraps underneath like that. And then from that position, with one of the yarns over the top, the knit coloured yarn over the top of the right needle and the pearl coloured yarn at the back going between them, I'm going to very quickly lock those in place by working another pair of inverted double knitted brioche stitches. Then we can have a little look at exactly what we've done. Here I've got my column of knit stitches coming here. This is the pearl stitch from the other side, and then you can see very separately and very cleanly I've got these 2 stitches, a blue one here without a yarn over, of course, because it's a single stitch, it's a single strand stitch, and then I've got the pearl version of that, and underneath it you can see this nice pronounced hole that will spread out even more once I've worked into those 2 stitches. When returning to those tubular increases on the next row or round, you just work into them exactly as you would, doing exactly the same things as normal, just bearing in mind that these 2 stitches do not have accompanying yarn overs to go. Let me show you that one more time, and I'll try and put it in a slightly different language to give it maybe a little bit more flow. In perhaps simpler terms, that's created by working a reverse yarn over with your knit coloured yarn, and then 4 yarn overs alternating pearl, knit, and then finishing with a reverse yarn over with the pearl coloured yarn. And that looks like this: reverse yarn over with the knit coloured yarn, 1 yarn over with the pearl, 1 with the knit, 1 with the pearl, 1 with the knit, and then a reverse yarn over with the pearl yarn. And that's all it is. It's those 6 yarn overs, 1 reverse with the knit, 4 alternating pearl knit standard way, and then another one reversing it with the pearl coloured yarn. Let me show you that in one nice fluid go. So reverse with the knit, yarn over with pearl, yarn over with knit, yarn over with pearl, yarn over with knit, reverse with pearl, and there we are, ready to go. That really is all you need to know about working tubular increases in inverted double knitted brioche. Zip!